Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start this video by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham Rachah Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the hopeful elect of the house of Israel, those who are keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability, pushing forth the word, whether people hear or forbear, in our waiting upon Yahushai to deliver us from this wicked kingdom. All right, Lord willing, we're a part of that number. All right, so let's get into it, straight into the topic of how the Lord, or basically, this is a lesson pertaining to how Esau Edom is the wicked. Okay, and again, if if you're blinded to this fact, okay, even after all the precepts that I'm gonna bring out, that the brothers bring out, to the fact that the evidence that shows you that the so-called white man, Esau Edom, is the devil, okay, if you can't perceive it, if you choose to be willingly ignorant to that fact, it's on you, man. When the devil comes down with great wrath, you'll understand that the man of the Lord was speaking of a truth, okay? And we were pointing the finger at that devil, man. We're the ones, the man of the Lord are the ones pointing the finger at the so-called white man and telling him that he's the son of perdition, the wicked that the Bible speaks of. Okay? Because all that he does is nothing but push forth a vibration that is against the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Everything that the Lord hates, that's what the wicked promote. Okay? Esau Edom is completely adverse to the ways of the Lord because he comes with what? He comes under the vibe. He comes under the. He pushes the agenda. Well, not the agenda, but he pushes the. His intentions come from Satan. Okay, the Lord gave Esau Edom over unto a reprobate mind. Okay, so he gave him up to Satan, and Satan controls them whithersoever he wants, man. Okay, and that's why again the world is run the way it is today, because as it says, the earth is given up to the hands of the wicked, and like I said, they're completely adverse to the ways of the Lord, man. And that's why nothing but evil and darkness can proceed from this evil kingdom. That's why it says this is not our rest, because it is polluted. It is going to destroy you with a sword destruction. Okay, but again, it says here in Romans 9:19, thou wilt say then unto me, why does he yet find fault? Who had resisted his will? Nay, but, O man, who art thou that replieth against the Most High? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Okay, you have no excuse. The way again, the Lord has made Esau Edom to be the wicked, and he has created Jacob, or the Israelites, to be righteous. Excuse me. So again, it says here, shall the thing formed say unto him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Had not the potter, meaning Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, power over the clay of the same lump, meaning again, let me finish. So of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor, and another vessel, and another unto dishonor. Just as Abel and Cain came from Adam, uh, Jacob and Esau came forth out of Isaac. Okay. That being said, that was all of the will of the Lord, man, to make these things happen of such manner. Okay, so again, it says here in Ecclesiastes, again, Esau Edom is that vessel of dishonor. Jacob is that vessel of honor. That's the way that the Lord has set it up. That's the way He wanted it to do. Okay, who are you to reply against the Lord, man? The Lord created a nation of the wicked, and the Lord created a nation of the righteous. Okay, and there's nothing you can do against it. It says here in this Ecclesiastes 7:13, consider the works of the Most High. Okay, who can make that straight which he had made crooked? No one, man. If the Lord had made Esau Edom to be a demon on the earth, okay, to be a complete degenerate, okay, you can't fix him. There's nothing you can do. It says what? Babylon would have been healed. Okay, Babylon would have been healed, but she will not be healed, man. There's nothing you can do, okay, to make Esau repent, or Esau put it in his mind to repent and turn and seek the Lord, man. It's not in him. That's not in his program to follow after the ways of righteousness. Okay, you need to get that through your mind, man. Okay, so again, a person that is filthy, completely degenerate, okay, that's not seeking after the ways of the Lord, man, he can only produce nothing but evil. He can only produce nothing but death. And as it says in Habakkuk, and I'm gonna bring it out later in the lesson, it says that he's as unto death, because that's what he pushes, that's what he promotes, that's what he's all about: killing, murder, and stealing. He's nothing. He's about pushing for death on earth, man. It says that he came to take away peace from the earth, right? Okay, so again, you can't make Esau Edom righteous. You can't make what is crooked, you can't make it straight, because that's the way that the Lord wanted it to be. That's the way that He's going to be until the end, man. Okay, it says here in Jeremiah 13 and 23, can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. So again, Esau Edom is accustomed to do evil. He is the wicked. He is the people of the wicked. Okay, our people, they do wickedly, but they are not the wicked. Some of our people says among our people are found wicked men. Okay, but again, we are not the wicked. We are the righteous. So even then, you have a guilty conscience, this and that when you go off. But the wicked, man, that's their purpose. As I say, the will, so like their purpose. They say in French, leur raison d'être. Okay, the reason why they're created was to be the wicked, to push forth abominations, things that were against the will of the Lord, man. That's why we call him the Satan, Shaitan, meaning the adversary. He is against the Lord, man. And he's against everything that is good, man. Okay, in the eyes of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, so again, you can't change his ways, man. Okay, you see, and again, he pulled up with lies. He pulled up with lies, as it says, Satan transforming himself as an angel of light. He comes, he comes, pushing in his mouth. He says that he comes for peace, but behind it says what? Let me bring it out. Let me bring it out real quick. Let me see. It says here in Psalms 55 and 21, the words of his mouth, Salakia. It says here, Psalms 55 and 20, he put forth his hands against such as be at peace with thee. Well, peace with him. And the best example is what he did to the native Indians, man. Native Americans, man. He came into the land. Our brothers of the northern tribe, they welcomed him. They fed him. They made him. They gave him the knowledge of the land, how to survive in the land, in the wilderness, survive through the winters. How does Esau Edom repays them? By giving them illnesses, okay, by murdering the children and the women, okay, by putting them into captivity, by taking their land, okay, putting them in captivity, man, okay, even to the point where they took their land and gave them the ghettos, they gave them the corner, they take the land and put them in a little reservation, man. That's how he moves, man. That's how the devil moves, man. He put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenants. He broke every single covenant that he made with the native Indians, man. Okay, so you can't say that that's not the devil. Again, he's speaking lies. It says what? The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Yeah, he'll speak good things. He'll come with the pretense that he comes to do good. He comes with the pretense that he wants to help you and bring forth peace, but that's not what he's for, man. Okay, like I said before, that red horse, his purpose, the one that rides that horse, his purpose is to take away peace from the earth, man. It doesn't matter, man. Okay, Esau Edom is a man without honor, a man without integrity, a man that doesn't keep to his words. Okay, his word is not bond. Okay, you see, so you can't trust someone like that, man. So again, he speaks smooth, with his mouth. Oh yeah, I came to do good. I came to help the community. But war is in his mind. In his mind, he really wants to destroy you, to keep you a base. Okay, to reign over you. Okay, he wants to keep you in a low state so you can be a worker and he can be the master. Okay, that's his whole purpose. It says here, his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Okay, so drawn swords because he wants to kill you at the end of the day. As I said, he pushes and promotes nothing else but death. Okay, and again, he wants to slay you with his words, man. If you believe in the serpent, that's as if you have been bitten by a serpent. Okay, and later on, soon enough, you realize that it was really for your detriment. It was really for your downfall. Okay, it says here in Psalms 58 and 3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the death adder that stoppeth their ears. Salakia. Salakia. So again, yes. So again, like I said before, Esau Edom, his words are like a venom. Okay, he comes and he speaks lies as soon as he be born, man. Okay, bringing it back to the Renaissance. Okay, but even from the time of Cain and Abel. Okay, as it says here in I'm gonna link this up. It says here in John 8:44, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. And that's speaking of the wicked of our people, the 2/3 who decide to follow after the ways of the Gentiles, who decide to submit to this wicked kingdom and follow after the ways of Esau Edom. Okay, he was a murderer from the beginning. Again, bringing it back to Cain, because Cain is Esau in the reincarnation. Okay, he was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth. So again, if he's not in the truth, he's in a lie. Okay, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Okay, so again, he's the father of lies. When Cain killed Abel, what did he say unto the Lord? First off, he committed murder. That's a sin unto death. Okay, and then what did he say? He tried to play with the Lord, man. The Lord told him, where is your brother? He said, I don't know. I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? Yo, you just know that you just killed your brother, man. Okay? You see? So again, it says here in Revelation 20:2, and he laid hold on that dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil, the devil meaning Satan means adversary. I think devil means accuser. Is it that one, or it's the inverse, or it's either devil means accuser, or and Satan means adversary. Okay, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him in the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more. Because again, that's all that they did. Esau Edom is a liar from the beginning, till 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season. So that goes into the rebirth of Esau Edom, to the Renaissance. Okay, so yeah, that goes into the Renaissance. Okay, how he, as soon as he came into power, what did he do? He pulled up with the iconoclasm. He whitewashed the images of the so-called rulers at the time, which were so-called black people, the so-called Israelites. Okay, the Israelites were in rulership at that time. Okay, so he came into power. He came and he whitewashed the images. It says what? The earth is given unto the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges. Who were the judges? The Israelites. Okay, those that were ruling in the dark ages. Okay, so he covered the faces and he put it as if he was the one ruling. Okay, even in his movies, where to the point where, even to the point of Adam, everyone is white. Okay, if you see a so-called black person in a movie pertaining to the Bible, let's say pertaining to Moses, the only way you would see a so-called black person would be as a slave. Okay, but if in the time of Moses everyone's white, Adam is white, where do black people come from? Okay, that comes into the part that goes into his deception. Okay, the fact that he came and he tried to cover himself up. Okay, because the curses that come from being Esau Edom, they know that the end of Esau Edom is destruction. Okay, and they know that Esau Edom is that vagabond, that liar, that deceiver from the beginning, and the fact that he hides himself as being even the people of the Lord. Okay, he calls us Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians. Okay, he calls us by all sorts of bywords and proverbs, so that he can himself go in our land, take and say that he's the people of the Lord, which is a complete lie. Okay, so again, he's a liar from the beginning. Okay, that's a attribute of Esau Edom. He's a liar, man. He's a deceiver. Okay, that's one of his weapons. That's one of his weapons that he keeps in his arsenal. Okay, the lies. Okay, it says what? His mouth is his words are smoother than butter. That's lies. Okay, he'll tell you what you want to hear. Okay, he'll tell you what you want to hear until you get close enough that you get bit. Okay, it says here, First John 3:11. For this is the message that ye heard from the beginning, that ye shall love one another, not as Cain, who was of that wicked one, who it's like not as Cain, who was that wicked one, and slew his brother. So again, he was that wicked one, and that generation came back through Esau Edom. Okay, and Esau Edom is the father of the Edomites. Okay, so the same way that Esau Edom is, that's what he taught unto his people. He taught his nation how to use the sword. Okay, and again, in the time of Jacob and Esau, Esau was a serpent, but now Esau has mastered the sword. Okay, he mastered the sword. That's why he leveled up to the stage of a dragon. Okay, he went far into the left hand wisdom. Okay, he went deep into the left hand wisdom, which is witchcraft and sorceries and abominations. Okay, he went deep into that knowledge. Okay, that's why he went from the stage of being a serpent to being a dragon. Okay, you see, but again, not as Cain, who was who was of that wicked one, and slew his brother. And wherefore slew he him? Because his works were evil and his brothers were righteous. So that goes all again to jealousy. Esau Edom was wanton. Esau Edom was covetous for the fact that Abel's sacrifice was accepted against his Salakia, not against his, but his sacrifice was accepted, and Cain's sacrifice wasn't accepted. And that reason, the reason why his sacrifice wasn't accepted is because he didn't do it the proper way. He did not follow the instructions. So again, he was stubborn. Okay, he was stiff-necked. Okay, so again, how can you expect to be accepted if you don't follow the instructions? Because he knew how to what he had to do to sacrifice. He just disobeyed. Okay, and that's why he was rejected. So again, it says here in Matthew 7:17. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruits, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. So again, the representation of Jacob and Esau, how Jacob was righteous and his ways pleased unto the Lord, and again through Jacob, even if there's wicked people among Israel, there's still that remnant that still follows and fears after Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai till this day. Okay, so out of that good tree came off good fruit. But from that corrupt tree, which is Esau Edom, there can nothing good come out of it, man. Okay, so again, as I said before, the way that Esau Edom was, that's what he taught his seed. Okay, and that's what the people that you see today, man, the seed of a murderer who the only thing that they do is use a sword. Okay, that's the only thing. That's what they do, man. Okay, that's the only thing that they know. Okay, they resort to what they know, man. Okay. So it says here, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruits, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Again, bringing it back to those that are accustomed to evil. If the Lord has made a people to be the wicked, you can't change them to be the righteous. You won't find an Edomite that's gonna keep the Sabbath, abstain from abominations. Keep the dietary law, not commit fornication, not be a flamer. You're not gonna find it, man. It's in their spirit to be that way, man. That's how the Lord made them. Okay, He made them astray from the womb, so they're just bugged out, man. From the moment that they come out the womb, they're bugged out. Even their spirit, the spirit that is within them, is bugged out. Okay, so it says here, Luke 6:43, for a good tree bringeth forth not corrupt fruits, neither doth a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. For every tree that is known, for every tree is known by his own fruit. For the thorns of man do not gather figs, nor a bramble bush gather date grape. So again, that's why we judge according to the spirit, not according to the appearance. Okay, you might see like we like to say, a chocolate covered Edomite. He might have the skin tone of a Jake. He might look like a Jake, but through the spirit, the way he moves, the way he talks, the way he thinks, that's an Edomite. Okay, the same way with vanilla covered Jakes. Okay, you might see a Edomite looking you might see an Edomite looking person, individual. You might see him, he looks like an Edomite, but he you vibe with him. He has a good vibe. He knows how to dance. He can sing. You know, he has the sauce, the Jake sauce that Esau Edom can't copy. The men, even these other nations, they can't copy. Okay. So again, but that's just to say that we judge according to the spirit. Okay. But again, every tree is known by their fruits. So what you produce is how we know what kind of person, what manner of person you are. Even the wicked of Israel. You know, you might be a cool Jake, but pertaining to your actions, you're wicked. Okay. So it says here, in let me see, in Proverbs, it says here in Proverbs 4:14, enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not into the ways of the evil man. Avoid it and pass not by it. Turn from it and pass away. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief. That's in their program, as I was speaking before, that the Lord has made them this way. The Lord has programmed in them to be that vessel of dishonor. They can't fall asleep unless they do evil. Okay, their sleep is taken away. They sleep not except they have done evil. Imagine, man, it's in you. It's in you. Like, I have to do something wrong. I have to do something. I have to offend the Lord before I close my eyes. And that's how I know that I've done a good job. You know, I can't clock out until I commit iniquity, man. Okay? It says here, and their sleep is taken away, man. They can't go to bed unless they do. It says what? Unless they cause some to fall. So again, they want to do evil and they want to cause people to fall, man. So let me go deceive someone, even if it's giving them the wrong direction. That way, at least I can say that I've done something wrong, man. At least I can say that I've done wickedly today, and I can go to bed. You know, let me lie on my coworker so that he loses his job. Okay? Let me call the police on my neighbor so that he gets fined. Okay? You know those Karens out there, you know? But again, that's in them. That's the programming that the Lord has put into their spirit. Okay? The spirit of the wicked. They cannot go to bed until they do evil. Okay? For they eat the bread of violence, so like they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. Okay? It says here in Wisdom of Solomon 5:6, therefore have we erred from the way of truth. So again, there were, their father was a liar from the beginning, and they themselves, they don't know the way of truth. Okay? And the light of righteousness had not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness. Okay, that's like I was saying before. As I was speaking about how they went from a serpent to a dragon, is because they delve deep into the ways of wickedness, into the ways of witchcraft and sorcery, man. Okay, now, the Aleister Crowleys, the Rothschilds, man, they have a seat. Apparently, they have a seat. They have a round table, and they have a seat for Satan himself, man. The spiritual devil, the spiritual demon Satan. Okay, and no one sits there, but it's just for Satan. Okay, just as they say, just for in the righteous sense, when two or three are gathered in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, He's in the midst. And then in the same way, where two or three Rothschilds or two or three wicked are gathered, they're gathered in the name of Satan. Okay, so it says here, we have worried ourselves in the ways of wickedness and destruction. Okay, because that's who they are, man. They delight in lies, they delight in death, they delight in causing mischief. Okay, the thief coming not but to steal, kill, and destroy. Yeah, we have gone through deserts. It's like where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it. What had pride profited us, or what had the riches with our vaunting brought us? Nothing but destruction. Because at the end of the day, all these things that you have done will catch up to you. Eventually, the Lord will say enough is enough. The Lord will put His foot down, and He will come down and judge not only Esau, Edom, but all these other nations. Okay, for the wickedness that they have done, even the 2/3 of the Israelite. Okay, and even it says that judgment will start at the house of the Lord. Okay, so it says here in Ezekiel 35:5, just to further prove the point that Esau Edom is the devil that the Bible speaks of, and that he's not meant to change. Okay, it's not written in the book for Esau Edom to repent. It says the repentance is like he found no place of repentance. It's not even in his mind to turn back to the Lord and to seek for forgiveness. Okay, when he killed his brother Abel, was he seeking for forgiveness? No, man. That's the same spirit that are here today. As it says here in Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred Perpetual meaning everlasting, meaning Salakia. Perpetual meaning for a long time. Okay, that hatred went from generations onto generations onto generations. Just as I said, Esau Edom taught his seed to hate Jacob. He taught the hate that Esau Edom had for Jacob. He gave it unto his seed. Okay, and that's why Esau Edom is never got along with Jacob. Okay, as it says here, just to back it up, it says, Salakia, Genesis 27:41, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the day of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. So that's the hate that Esau Edom had for Jacob, that he passed it unto his seed, so that his seed would hate Jacob and his seed as well. Okay, so meaning the Israelites. So Esau Edom hates the Israelite because of that conflict that even goes back unto Cain and Abel. Okay, so again, because Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end, therefore as I live, said the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sit, thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So again, there's a recompense for your wickedness. Don't think that the Lord is not seeing what what you've done in your past life and in this life. Okay, till this day. Okay, as it says in Obadiah 1:10, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Okay, that's the end of Esau Edom, complete extermination. Okay, and again, that's poetic justice, because Esau Edom, even if he wanted to exterminate Jacob, he wanted to exterminate his Israel. Esau Edom will be the only nation that's going to be blotted out the book of life. Okay, he's going to be erased as if he never existed. It's just going to be a bad memory, man. It's going to be like a dream, like a nightmare that passeth away. Okay, so it says even here, it says here in Amos 1:9, thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Tyrese, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they delivered up the whole captivity of Edom, and remember not the brotherly covenant. Okay, so again, Esau Edom did not remember the brotherly covenant. Okay, just as I said before, as soon as pertaining to the the mindset that Esau Edom had, as soon as Isaac would be the days of mourning for Isaac would come to an end, he started to plot how to put Jacob to death. Okay, he broke the brotherly covenant even in the time of Jerusalem, when they were being attacked by these other nations. Esau Edom was there. He was a part of those nations, and he came and he killed some of us. They killed some of us. They took some of us into captivity. Man, he forwarded the affliction. Okay, even to this day, Esau Edom is our enemy, and he keeps us under oppression. Okay, it says here in Jeremiah 50:31, behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud. Okay, said the Lord, power of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I shall visit thee. Visit you, and meaning he shall come and judge Esau Edom. Okay, the Lord's not just gonna come in and sit down and have a barbecue with Esau Edom. No, he's coming to judge. He comes to plead with all flesh. Okay, so the time is coming. The time is nigh when the Lord will come and visit Esau Edom, man, and take him down from rulership. Okay, the most proud, because again, the Lord hates pride. Pride was not made for man. Okay, and again, Esau Edom is that most proud, man. Okay, because he does all that wickedness. He's been doing wickedness for so long, and he thinks that the Lord is as a man like him. He even thinks that the Lord is with him doing all that wickedness, man. Okay, but at the end of the day, Esau Edom is gonna acknowledge. He's gonna realize that the Lord is against him, as it says here, I am against thee, O thou most proud. Okay, and it says here, verse 32, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall rise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. Meaning, again, to this day, we're scattered all over the world, man. Okay, and they refuse to. It says what? They refuse to let them go. They don't want us to go back, because at the end of the day, we represent Esau Edom knows that Jacob is the former of all things. They understand that. They know that we're the ones that make a society work. They know that Egypt became great. Why? Because Jake was there. All these other great nations, pertaining to the statue of Daniel, why were they great? Because they had Israel under captivity under them. Okay, that's what made them flourish, because they had us as slaves. Okay, so that's why, again, all these nations that partook in keeping us afflicted, keeping us oppressed, will have to go into slavery, man. And that's basically all these other nations. Okay, there's not one nation that was not partaker in our downfall. So they will have to, everyone, all these other nations, starting with Esau, Edom, and Amalek, will have to pay for their evils that they have done unto the children of the Lord. Okay, so it says here, Salakia, and I'm just going through a list of a couple precepts to show how that Esau, Edom, to show his acts. I'm not even, because you can bring out articles, you can bring out books, you can bring out all sorts of information to show you that Esau, Edom is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Like, there's no other people that has done so much wickedness to Jacob, man. Because, again, because of that perpetual hate, man. Even to the point where, even when they so-called abolished slavery, they were still having hangings. There were more hangings in the time of in that after slavery was abolished. There were more hangings than before. Okay, that goes into the hate that they had for Jake. Okay, so like the phone keeps bugging. Okay, so it says here in Malachi 1:4, whereas Edom said, "We are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate place. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I shall throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness." Why? Because they are the wicked that the Bible speaks of. That's like, it tells you Edom. It tells you Edom. And then now you have to wonder to yourself, who is Esau, Edom? Okay? So now you have to understand that, okay, so Esau, Edom is the border of wickedness. Okay? He is the wicked. Okay? So you understand that? That's good. Okay, so moving on from there, it brings you back, that it tells you that Yahweh Shai will return unto Basra. Okay, meaning Basra, meaning the capital of Edom. Okay, so that shows you that the Edomites are going to be ruling once Yahweh Shai returns. Okay, so now you have to think about, you see all the signs that are happening right now. You have to put it into perspective. Who is ruling right now? Okay, who is able to put the whole world on lockdown? It's not the Haitians. It's not the Africans. Okay, it's not the Congolese. Okay, it's not Moab. Okay, doing these things. Okay, it's not the who else? It's not the Ishmaelites. The Ishmaelites not put the whole world in lockdown. Who has the authority to do that? The wicked. Okay, because the earth is given unto the hands of the wicked. Okay. So again, they are the border of wickedness. Okay. He even tells you in Micah 2. It says the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever. So the Lord hates them, man. The Lord hates Esau, Edom, because he was created to be hated. Okay, he was created to be hated. He was created to be the wicked. That's his whole purpose, man. Okay. It even says in Micah 2:1, woe unto them that devise iniquity. Okay, that and work evil upon their beds, and when the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. Okay, because they have the authority, they have the power to do evil, man. And they covet fields, as I'm bringing it back to the native Indians, man. Did not Esau Edom covet fields, covet their land, and take away by violence? Did not Esau Edom, all that possession, all that he has right now in his hand, is by violence that he acquired it, man? Okay? If you don't bow down by politics, he's gonna bring out the sword, man. He's gonna bring out political hitman to get you to get whoever is against him. He's gonna get him out the way, and then he's gonna establish a puppet in government, man. So at the end of the day, it's Esau Edom, man. He covet fields and he taken them by violence. That's the way that Esau Edom works. That's the way that the devil works. Okay, and houses, and makes them and takes them away, and so they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Behold, Habakkuk 2:4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. Okay, he's not upright. He's a demon. Okay, he's a walking demon, man. The walking representation of Satan on the earth, man, of the spiritual demon Satan. Okay, but the just shall live by faith. Yet also because he transgressed by wine meaning the philosophies, his way of thinking, okay, his doctrines that are completely adverse to the ways of the Lord, man. Okay, he transgressed by wine. He is a proud man. He is the most proud. Neither keepeth he a home. Okay, it says the U.S. has embassies all over the world, man. He can't keep a home, man. Where is his home? In Basra, in the mountains, in the caves, because he is the cave dweller. He is the beast man. Okay, beware the beast man. Okay, okay, and he's destroying the earth, as it says, man. Okay, he's destroying the earth, man. He can't keep at home because again he's a fugitive, man. If Esau Edom was to stay in the caves of Basra, he would be easily identified, man. These other nations would have been put him to death, man. Okay, but again it says here, Salaki, again, according to prophecy and according to the will of the Lord, everything happened according to how the Lord has set it up. Just the same way that the Lord exalted Pharaoh and put him in a high position just to cast him down so that he can show his power, is the same way that he exalted Esau Edom so that he can be cast down with power, so that these other nations may understand that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is the one that ruleth the earth, man. Okay, so again it says here, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. Okay, he cannot be satisfied. One person that would pollute the earth, that would pollute the water and the air that he breathed for gain. Okay, it's not someone that you would say that is satisfied, man. He already has the world in his possession, but he always wants more, even to the point where that even if he owns the world, it's not enough for him. He wants to own people. Okay, he wants to microchip people, man. Give them the MOTB, the micro C-hip, so that he can control you. Okay, so that he can own you, man. Okay, that's how unsatiable these people, these elites, these demons are, man. Okay, it says here, but he gathered unto him all nations and heaped unto him all people, and that's exactly what he wants to do with his new world order. Okay, by implementing the MOTB. Okay, but it says here in Psalms 37 and 35, I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passeth away, and lo, he is not. Yes, I saw him, but he cannot be found. And just as I said before, as a nightmare that passeth away, that's how Esau Edom is going to be destroyed. You see him as a great green bay tree. And what is that green bay tree there for? It's to push forth evil fruit. Okay, that to cast his shadow all over the world. It says the earth is in darkness and the people in gross darkness. Okay, why? Because that green bay tree, which represents Esau Edom, is covering the earth with his madness. The whole world, he made the whole world drunk off his philosophies and his doctrine. But now people are sobering up, and they're remembering that they're starting to see that the ways of Esau Edom, his philosophies, his ways of doing things only benefits him, but not them. Okay, they're realizing, that guy is a devil, man. Okay, the great white devil, man. He's coming and he's destroying our country. He's taking our resources. He's polluting the mind of our people, of the youth. Okay, we can't be dealing with this guy, man. This guy is a reprobate. He's gonna mess up the whole thing, and that's what's happening with these nations, by the fact that they're sobering up and realizing that that guy is actually wicked. Okay, and he's not for a turn. He's really just there for his own benefit. That's what these other nations are starting to realize. Okay. So again, that's the whole thing, man. At the end of the day, these nations are gonna shoot up missiles, and it says what? They're gonna hate the whore, man. The whore represents America, represents Babylon the Great. Okay, these nations are gonna hate the whore, man. All right. And again, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. It's just to bring out the facts. Like I said, man, there's informations out there, man. There's books, there's documentaries, there's movies, there's articles, there are all sorts of, the information is out there. If you can't see that Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man, there's nothing else we can do for you, man. Especially in the times that we're in, man. The doors are like at this point. If you still think that it's all kumbaya, love, man. You don't know what you're into, man. You don't know what the things that the times that we're getting into, man. A time of darkness. Okay, like I said, the devil coming down with great wrath. He's gonna show you that he's not for your turn, man. All right. He's gonna say you either you bow down to me, okay? Either you bow down to me or I'll kill you. I don't care what God you worship. You're gonna bow down. You're gonna take the MOTB and what's the YEF saying? If you don't take the MOTB, you won't be able to participate in this society, man. That's all pertaining to prophecy, man. All these people that have been scoffing pertaining to the MOTB being the micro CHIP, they're gonna have to come up with some explanations, man. Okay, all right. But that being said, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. Esau Edom is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You cannot change him. He was created to be the wicked, and that's what he's going to be until the end, man. Don't believe his words. As it says, never trust thine enemy, man. All right? So that being said, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. I like to give all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rocha, Kodash. Salutation, peace, and blessing to the hopeful elect. Say double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles and elder bishops who teach and ruling well. DTA Ababa Kwam Yashala. Until next lesson, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. Lord willing, this was edifying. Until next lesson, Shalom.